We all agree that this craving for a quick sugar rush is something most of us experience regularly, but what seems like a harmless pick-me-up is often the first step in a vicious cycle of sugar dependence. We consume sugary treats for an immediate energy boost, unaware of the potential long-term damage we inflict on our bodies. The immediate pleasure derived from sugary foods triggers reward centers in our brain, leading to a desire for more. Did you know that sugar is acidic? If you didn't, now you know. Sugar in moderation is not cause you immediate, but when you consume it oftenly, it will cause you for sure. While excessive consumption can have detrimental effects on our health and overall well-being. The average American consumes about 17 teaspoons of added sugar daily, far exceeding the recommended limit. By recognizing the hidden dangers of excessive sugar consumption, we can break free from this cycle of cravings and take control of our health. Sugar's ubiquity in our food supply is alarming. It's not just lurking in obvious culprits like candy bars and sodas. Sugar hides in plain sight, often disguised under different names, in many processed foods we consume daily. From bread and yogurt to salad dressings and pasta sauces, added sugar has infiltrated our grocery lists. The food industry has mastered the art of making processed foods more appealing by adding sugar. Sugar acts as a flavor enhancer, making food more palatable and contributing to the addictive nature of these products. This tactic is particularly effective in targeting children whose taste buds are more sensitive to sweetness. The result is a generation growing up accustomed to overly sweet foods, setting the stage for a lifetime of potential health issues. Understanding how sugar is hidden in our food is crucial to making informed decisions about our diets. Reading labels carefully, identifying hidden sugars, and choosing whole unprocessed foods are essential steps in reducing our sugar intake and protecting our health from its harmful effects. The average consumer might assume that avoiding sugary drinks and desserts is enough to keep their sugar intake in check. However, the reality is far more complex. Sugar, in its various forms, has permeated nearly every aisle of the supermarket. It lurks in unexpected places, masquerading under deceptive names. Take, for instance, the seemingly innocent bottle of pasta sauce. Many popular brands contain added sugar, often disguised as high fructose corn syrup or other deceptive names. Similarly, flavored yogurt, often marketed as a healthy breakfast option, can be laden with sugar, sometimes containing more sugar per serving than a candy bar. Even bread, a staple in many diets, often contains added sugar to enhance flavor and texture. Restaurants, too, are notorious for their liberal use of sugar in their dishes. This makes it challenging for consumers to make healthy choices when dining out, as even seemingly healthy options can be laden with hidden sugars. By becoming more aware of the sneaky ways sugar is added to our food, we can begin to take control of our diets and protect our health from its harmful effects. Navigating the grocery store can feel like traversing a maze of misleading marketing and deceptive labeling. Food manufacturers have become experts at making unhealthy products appear healthy, and sugar is often at the heart of this deception. Learning to decipher food labels is a crucial skill in the quest for a healthier lifestyle. The first step is to familiarize yourself with the different names for added sugar. High fructose corn syrup, sucrose, dextrose, maltose, and even words ending in "ose" are all red flags. Manufacturers often use multiple types of sugar in a single product, making it even more challenging to identify the total sugar content. Don't be fooled by seemingly healthy claims like low fat or reduced calorie, as these products often compensate for the lack of fat with added sugar. Pay close attention to the order of ingredients listed on the label. Ingredients are listed in descending order by weight, so if sugar appears within the first few ingredients, it's a good indication that the product is high in sugar. By learning to decode food labels and identify hidden sugars, you can make informed decisions about what you put into your body and avoid falling prey to the food industry's deceptive tactics. When we consume excessive amounts of sugar, our bodies are flooded with glucose, the simplest form of sugar. This surge of glucose overwhelms our system, leading to a cascade of negative effects. The pancreas, responsible for regulating blood sugar levels, goes into overdrive, pumping out insulin to deal with the glucose surplus. Over time, this constant demand on the pancreas can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where cells become less responsive to insulin's effects. This results in elevated blood sugar levels, increasing the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, the excess glucose that isn't immediately used for energy is converted into fat and stored in the liver and adipose tissue. This contributes to weight gain, particularly around the abdomen, which is associated with an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer. Studies have linked sugar to inflammation throughout the body, a contributing factor to various chronic diseases. The link between excessive sugar consumption and weight gain is undeniable. While our bodies need a certain amount of sugar for energy, the overabundance of sugar in modern diets, particularly from added sugars, has tipped the scales towards an obesity epidemic. When we consume more sugar than our bodies can utilize, the excess is converted into triglycerides, a type of fat, and stored in fat cells. This process, called lipogenesis, is highly efficient when it comes to fructose, a type of sugar commonly found in high fructose corn syrup. This explains why sugary drinks, often loaded with fructose, are particularly linked to weight gain and abdominal obesity. Furthermore, sugar disrupts the delicate hormonal balance that governs hunger and satiety. It interferes with leptin, a hormone that signals fullness, and stimulates ghrelin, the hunger hormone. This hormonal havoc leads to increased cravings, overeating, and ultimately, weight gain. The consequences of obesity extend far beyond aesthetics. It's a major risk factor for various chronic diseases, including type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, certain types of cancer, osteoarthritis, and sleep apnea. Excessive sugar consumption doesn't just impact our waistlines. It triggers a domino effect, affecting various aspects of our health. High blood sugar levels, a direct result of excessive sugar intake, damage blood vessels over time. This damage paves the way for plaque buildup, narrowing arteries and restricting blood flow. This increases the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases like heart attack, stroke, and peripheral artery disease. Moreover, the constant bombardment of sugar and the resulting insulin spikes are linked to inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is a root cause of numerous health problems including arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, certain types of cancer, and even depression. Sugar's role in fueling this inflammatory fire cannot be ignored. Studies have linked excessive sugar consumption to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and mood swings. Breaking free from the clutches of sugar overload can seem like a daunting task, but it's an achievable goal with the right strategies in place. It's about making gradual, sustainable changes to our dietary habits and lifestyle choices, rather than resorting to drastic measures. By understanding the pervasive nature of sugar in our food supply and its hidden forms, we can start making more conscious choices. Reading food labels carefully, identifying hidden sugars, and opting for whole, unprocessed foods are crucial steps in reducing our sugar intake. Gradually reducing added sugar in our diets is key. Start by cutting back on sugary drinks, a major source of added sugar. Cooking at home more often gives you control over the ingredients and allows you to limit added sugar in your meals. Reducing sugar intake doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or enjoyment in our diets. It's about making smart swaps and finding healthier alternatives that satisfy our sweet cravings without compromising our health. Instead of reaching for a sugary cereal bar for breakfast, opt for a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh fruit and nuts for a fiber-rich, naturally sweet start to your day. Swap sugary yogurt parfaits for plain Greek yogurt mixed with berries and a drizzle of honey. When a sugar craving hits, resist the urge to reach for a candy bar or a bag of chips. Instead, opt for a piece of fruit, a handful of nuts, or a small square of dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao. When dining out, be mindful of hidden sugars in sauces, dressings, and marinades. Reducing sugar intake is not about deprivation, it's about empowerment. It's about reclaiming control over our health and well-being by making conscious choices about the food we consume. Start by setting realistic goals. Instead of aiming for drastic reductions overnight, focus on gradually cutting back on added sugar. Celebrate small victories along the way, whether it's resisting a sugary drink or choosing a piece of fruit over a candy bar. Listen to your body's cues. Pay attention to how you feel after consuming sugary foods versus whole, unprocessed foods. You might notice increased energy levels, improved digestion, and better sleep quality when you reduce your sugar intake. Enlist the support of family and friends, or connect with others who are also working towards reducing their sugar intake. Focus on the bigger picture, a healthier, happier you, and keep moving forward, one bite at a time.